Welcome to All Around the World, a YouTube channel that takes you on a fascinating journey to explore different countries, different cultures, and different people from all over the world. Our channel is dedicated to providing you with an insightful and immersive experience of the world's most diverse nations. We aim to educate our viewers about the unique history, different customs, and traditions that make each country special and give it its distinct identity. Today, we are going to look at the world's largest country, Russia. As the largest country in the world, Russia covers an area of over 17 million square kilometers, spanning over two continents, Europe and Asia. The capital city of Russia is Moscow, a bustling metropolis home to over 12 million people. The official language of Russia is Russian, spoken by over 260 million people worldwide. With a population of over 144 million people, it is the ninth most populous country in the world. The highest mountain in Russia is Mount Elbrus, which stands at an impressive 5,642 meters tall. Today, the ruble is the official currency of Russia. At the time of this recording, $1 is equivalent to around 83 Russian rubles. Let's talk about the capital city of Russia, Moscow. With a population of over 12 million people, Moscow is the largest city in Russia. The city is famous for its rich history, stunning architecture, and vibrant culture. Famous landmarks of Moscow consist of the Red Square, St. Basil's Cathedral, and the Kremlin, the official residence of the Russian president. In addition to Moscow, Russia is home to many other important cities. First is St. Petersburg, known for its beautiful architecture, museums, and art galleries. Novosibirsk, a major industrial hub, particularly in the field of science and technology. Finally, Kazan, known for its rich history, beautiful architecture, and diverse culture. The history of Russia is our next segment. Russia has a long and complex history that has been marked by significant events and changes. In the 20th century, Russia underwent a major change with the formation of the Soviet Union, a socialist state that spanned much of Eastern Europe and Asia. The Soviet period was marked by rapid industrialization, political repression, and contributions to science and technology. It was also marked by political turmoil, with the brutal Stalinist era. The Soviet Union eventually collapsed in 1991, leading to the formation of the Russian Federation. Now we have spoken about history, let's move on to religion and culture in Russia. The largest religion in Russia is Russian Orthodox Christianity. It has a rich history and cultural influence in the country. Russians celebrate Christmas, but they celebrate it on January 7th. They also celebrate Easter, which is celebrated in the spring. Another holiday is the Day of Unity, which celebrates the unification of Russia in the 16th century. And Victory Day, which commemorates the end of World War II. Next, landmarks. Russia is home to many famous landmarks, such as St. Basil's Cathedral, an iconic Russian Orthodox church known for its vibrant onion domes. The Hermitage Museum, a world-renowned art and culture museum located in St. Petersburg. And the Church of the Savior on Spilled Blood is a magnificent Russian Orthodox church. It features intricate mosaics and built on the site of Emperor Alexander II's assassination. Two of the most important landmarks in Russia are the Kremlin, a fortress-like complex that has served as the center of Russian government for centuries. It is home to numerous historic buildings and museums, including the famous armory which houses the Russian crown jewels. Next is the Red Square, a historic public square that has been the site of many events in Russian history, including military parades and political demonstrations. The square is also home to St. Basil's Cathedral. These landmarks are important symbols of Russia's history, culture, and political power. Thank you for tuning into this episode of All Around the World. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now, let's get back to the video. Let's move on to Russian food. Some of the most famous dishes in Russia include a pelmeni, a type of dumpling usually filled with meat. Blinis, thin pancakes often served with caviar or sour cream. And a shashlik, which is a marinated grilled meat. Out of all of the Russian dishes, the two most famous dishes of Russia are borscht, a hearty soup made with cabbage, potatoes, carrots, onions, and often meat, such as beef or pork. It is typically served with sour cream and dill. Next is beef stroganoff, a creamy dish made with sautéed beef, onions, mushrooms, and sour cream, and is usually served with potatoes, noodles or rice. Other common ingredients include beef broth, white wine, and mustard. These dishes are both popular comfort foods in Russia and are enjoyed by people of all ages. Next, we are going to focus on Russian people. Russia is a country with many famous people such as Leo Tolstoy, a famous Russian writer, a music composer named Sergei Rachmaninoff, and the ballet dancer, Rudolf Nureyev. Two of the most famous and significant people in Russian history are Ivan the Terrible was the first Tsar of Russia, who ruled from 1547 to 1584. He is known for his brutal tactics, including the creation of the Oprichnina, a group of loyal followers. They were given sweeping powers to execute anyone suspected of disloyalty. Ivan's reign was marked by violence and instability, but he also created a legal code and the expansion of the Russian Empire. Next is Pyotr Tchaikovsky, one of the most celebrated composers in history. His works, such as Swan Lake and the Nutcracker, are some of the most famous pieces of classical music. Tchaikovsky's music has a unique style that blends Russian folk melodies with Western classical music. His contributions to the world of classical music continue to be celebrated and performed today. Last, but not least, let's talk about sport. Sports such as ice hockey are very popular in Russia. But one of the most popular sports in Russia is bandy, which is similar to ice hockey, but played on a larger rink with a ball instead of a puck. The objective of the game is to score goals by hitting a small ball into the opponent's net using a curved stick. In conclusion, Russia is a country with a rich history, diverse culture, and breathtaking landscapes. From its magnificent cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg, to its stunning natural wonders like Mount Elbrus, there is much to explore and discover. Russia has produced many notable figures and its cuisine and sports are unique and fascinating. Whether it's the history or people, Russia has much to offer. Thank you for traveling to Russia with us. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel to make sure to come on our next adventure, all around the world.